All right, in this video, we're going to talk about mobility. I've got two exercises for us to do. The first exercise is what's called a half kneeling hip flexor stretch with a wall slide. So half kneeling meaning one knee down. I'm pushing my hips forward so that this knee's bent about 90 degrees. This knee's bent about 90 degrees. From the side, it looks like this right here. So I want to be here when I push my hips forward. What I don't want to do, I don't want to go crazy arching my low back. It's not great on your low back. I also don't want my foot too close together to where my knee's coming forward a ton. And the reason is because then I'm not going to feel much of a stretch on this hip. So when I push my hips forward, ideally I want this bent about 90 degrees. So that's the hip flexor piece to it. So I'm in a half knee and hip flexor stretch. And then from here, I'm going to do a wall slide. I'm going to pretend like my back's up against the wall, and I'm just pushing my forearms and the back of my hands up and down along the wall, just nice and slow, about even with the ears, and then all the way to the arms are straight. So again, from the side, it looks like this, right here, coming up, coming down. I'm not, I want to go back as far as I can, but again, I don't want to go crazy arching my low back. So that's the half kneeling hip flexor plus wall slide stretch. The second one is what's called a tripod lateral hip mobilization, which you have to think about, and it's a mouthful, I know. The hip is a ball and socket joint. All right, we need to move through multiple planes of motion. So our hips tend to just move forward and back because we move pretty much just forward through everyday life. So this is, again, more working on moving this ball and socket joint, moving it laterally. So I've got one leg straight right here and this leg bent. The leg that's bent, that's the side that I'm rocking to. So I've got this knee bent, it's under my hip, my arms are straight, and then I'm just pushing my hips sideways. What you'll feel is deep in this hip socket, you'll tend to feel a pretty good like pull or stretch. This one usually feels pretty good. I'm gonna lean over, hold it for about 3 seconds, and then rock back. Rock to the side, hold it for 3 seconds, and then rock back. What I'm not doing, just to kind of show you from the other side, what I'm not doing is I'm not opening my hips up. My hips stay parallel with the floor. I'm going to rock to the side, hold it for 3 seconds, come back. So that is the tripod lateral hip mobilization. 2 stretches. Give it a shot. Let us know if you have any questions.